Good afternoon all. In previous lecture we have discussed with few topics related to hormonal regulation in menstrual cycle. Few points. Female sex hormone, that is estrogen, increases protein metabolism. So generally one idea is that female sex hormone estrogen increase the lipid level in the body compared to males. That's why obesity is very common due to estrogen secretion in females. Here estrogen increases the protein metabolism as well as it lowers blood cholesterol level. Generally, there are very few chances of heart attack in females. So, majority cholesterol level is low due to estrogen. Now, when ovum formation is there, then inhibin is released by FSH. Generally, when inhibin is secreted, FSH is released. So you know that FSH and estrogen both are combined together to promote oogenesis. Next point. Generally, you know that at 12 to 13 years, first menstrual cycle is seen. So, first menstrual cycle is seen is known as menarche. But about 40 to 50 years, in textbook it is given there 50 years, around 40 to 50 years permanent cessation of menstrual cycle. So beginning from 12 to 13th year in female up to 40 to 50 years, when permanent cessation of the menstrual cycle, that is known as menopause. Up to that, only about 450 around about 450 ova are produced by females during reproductive period of life. In rabbit, ovulation occurs after 24 hours of copulation. Yes. That means copulation is necessary for ovulation. So, in some animals, copulation is necessary for ovulation. Those type of animals are known as induced or reflex ovulators. But in some animals like human being, in human female, coitus is not necessary for ovulation. Generally, ovulation occurs at a natural time. So human females are known as spontaneous ovulators. There is a no relation of copulation and ovulation in human females. So ovulation occurs at its time. So in rabbits, after copulation, after 12 to 24 hours, fine, ovulation occurs. So ovulation is necessary for rabbit. Then precocious puberty. It means menstruation occurs before the age of 8 years. Because you know that naturally, I told you earlier that normally menstruation is seen at the age of 12 to 13 years. But if the menstrual cycle starts at the age of 8 years, before the age of 8 year, known as precocious puberty. Pregnancy is detected by presence of HCG in urine of pregnant lady. Generally, HCG kit is available in the market to detect the suspected pregnancy. One kit is there, and inside that one plastic chamber is there. So over that plastic chamber, put the drop of the urine of the female, and if single red strip can be seen in the observation bar, so only one red strip, that indicates test is negative, and if two red strips are there, indicates test is positive. So in both the red strips seen in the observation bar, this indicates pregnancy is there. And as you know that HCG is only secreted at the time of pregnancy. So you know that HCG, HPL and relaxin, it is given there in textbook. HCG, HPL and relaxin, these hormones are secreted by pregnant lady only. But relaxin, it is known as parturition hormone or labor hormone. Yes, oxytocin is labor hormone actually, but it is accessory. Relaxin is essential there. Relaxin is secreted through the ovary, from the ovary, and relax the mouth of the uterus known as cervix and facilitate the childbirth. Okay, so HCG is only secreted from the placenta, that's why this is known as HCG test. Fine. Dysmenorrhea. Painful menstruation is known as dysmenorrhea. Menorrhagia. See, menorrhagia means in normal menstrual cycle, the blood loss is around 50 to 80 ml, but it cannot exceed more than 100 ml. Normally, menstrual blood loss is around 50 to 80 ml, but it does not exceed 100 ml. But in menorrhagia, what happened? Menstrual cycle is of 28 days, but duration and quantity of the menstrual blood loss are increases. As a result, here the menstrual period increased as well as the amount of blood loss also increased. Polymenorrhea. Or epimenorrhea. Polymenorrhea or epimenorrhea means the menstrual cycle is reduced from normal of 28 days to the cycle of 2 or 3 weeks. Yes, if you consider 28 days, normal menstrual cycle is of 4 weeks. But generally, menstrual cycle is of 2 or 3 weeks and remain constant at that increased frequency. So every 15 or 21 days menstrual cycle is seen. Frequently that is known as polymenorrhea or epimenorrhea. Next topic, mostly in human beings, the egg consists negligible yolk, very less amount of the yolk sac, fine, known as alethal egg. The eggs of reptiles, birds, terrestrial insects, as well as prototherians. As you know that in in mammals there are 3 classes, some classes: prototherians, metatherians and eutherians. We human beings are eutherians. So in primitive mammals are known as prototherians. So in these all animals, it has the richest amount of the yolk, and their eggs are surrounded by hard shell. So that hard shell is made up of calcium, formed of calcium carbonate, that is known as cladoid egg. The nucleus of the egg. Fine. Nucleus of the egg is known as germinal vesicle. Smallest egg is of 50 micrometer in size, that is of Polychaeta, and you know that largest egg, that is of ostrich. Right? Primary egg membranes are known as vitelline membrane and zona pellucida. You know that the covering of the egg known as zona pellucida, the jelly-like layer, it is secreted by oocyte itself. The secondary egg membranes like chorion and corona radiata are secreted by ovi. Tertiary egg membranes like jelly coat, shell and shell membrane are secreted by fallopian duct, also known as ovarian duct. Okay, and you know that the fallopian duct, also known as Mullerian duct, or secreted by uterus. Mammalian eggs are oligolecithal and isollecithal, means the total amount of yolk that is very low or least amount, or we say that microlecithal or homolecithal. Okay, so last we have discussed that egg of mammal is oligolecithal or homolecithal, right? Then corona radiata cells corona radiata cells attach to the surface of the eggs radiata cells attach to the surface of the egg through hyaluronic acid, and to digest this hyaluronic acid, the acrosome of this sperm release hyaluronidase enzyme. So this hyaluronic acid is protein in nature. That's why I have told to you that the sperm secrete the proteolytic enzyme known as hyaluronidase. Mammalian eggs are approximately 0.1 mm in their size. Now, as you know that there are 5 to 6 hours. 5 to 6 hour time is taken to reach the sperm to the fallopian tube for fertilization. Fine. In detail I will tell you. Generally during sexual intercourse, the male secrete semen in the female reproductive tract, that is vagina, and that is known as insemination. After completion of the sexual intercourse method, after insemination, due to strong contraction of vaginal muscles and uterine muscles, the sperms are facilitated to push towards the fallopian duct. So, to reach the sperms to the fallopian tube after copulation or after insemination, the duration required for reaching those sperms to fallopian tube (5 to 6 hours). Sperms can take 5 to 6 hours for reaching to the fallopian tube. Now here what happened? After reaching the sperms to the ovum, so many sperms are surrounded to the ovum. Out of these total sperms, only one sperm is able to enter inside the ovum, which acrosome is able to secrete hyaluronidase. And you know that after entry of the sperm, meiosis II is completed. Remember, after entry of sperm, that is known as fertilization. See, dear all students, Fertilization and zygote formation, both the processes are different. Entry of the sperm into ovum. Here generally what happens? During entry of sperm, whole sperm is entered inside the ovum. But in few animals, out of the whole sperm, head and neck are able to enter inside the ovum, tails remains out. Tail remains out. So here, after fertilization, meiosis 2 is completed. So you know that meiosis 2, after that, the secondary oocyte is converted into mature ovum and the second polar body. So after fertilization, the nucleus of the ovum is known as female pronucleus and the nucleus of the sperm is known as male pronucleus. So female pronucleus and male pronucleus both are united together. This process is known as syngamy. As a result, zygote is formed. But in the zygote, the 23 chromosomes of female pronucleus and 23 chromosomes of male pronucleus both are intermingling together. Intermingling means both the chromosomes are meeting together, known as amphimixis. So I hope you understand this. Here I can stop now. Remaining things we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you very much to all.